there's a really beautiful sunset behind me right now, and I know you guys can see a little bit, but it's actually so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, I was supposed to start this a little earlier, and then, like, some things happened. So, for example, I was gonna go return something, and instead of just returning something, I ended up buying more clothes. Although, I kind of want to show, because there's this one thing that I got that I absolutely love. And you guys might hate it, but I love it. It's so wacky, but it's also so cute, and I just feel like it'll be flattering. And I discovered this is one of my new favorite stores. Did not know this store existed, and now I'm obsessed with it. So, hold on, I'll show you guys. I love it. Anyways, and then I also got two pairs of shorts that I have a feeling are going to be in my closet for a good amount of time. And honestly, I got paid today, so it's okay. I can treat myself. Also, I'm in a parking lot right now, and I really hope. I'm a little self conscious, but it's okay. I really don't even care. Wow! The sunset is being reflected on the building, and it's so okay, I'm sorry. Sorry! Okay, anyways. Um, but I did return what I needed to, which is great, because that thing I bought definitely did not need to be bought, especially for that amount. It was for an emergency. But now we're good. We're good now. First things first, I say this as if I've already been talking about things for a good amount of time. I got my therapist. Wait, she kind of watches this. I can't show because I want it to be a surprise. So, I got my therapist something that I feel like she's gonna love because I saw it and I was like, oh my god. And I instantly thought of her because I was like, she has so many of these. This will be perfect to add to our collection. And it's also like a reminder of me. So, yeah. If you're watching this, I'm really excited to give this to you. Let's set up another session right now. I don't know. Anyways. Wait, we're actually texting right now? Well, we were. But, anyways, sorry, I'm all over the place. I learned something new today. Is this too dark? Ugh. Is this better? I don't know. Oh. Anyways. Right. So, I learned something new at work today. And shout out to all my coworkers because they now know this YouTube channel exists. And, yeah. So, anyways, back to the work story. I learned this thing at work, which I just may not know because I'm slow, or this is truly an unknown thing. At least for the people, like, with the people I'm with, they also don't know because I would have known, but everyone else I'm with does this. Okay. So we were at lunch today, and I always bring my water bottle. Always bring my water bottle. Isn't she beautiful? Anyways. Ooh. Brought my water bottle, and as I'm drinking it, because they make a lot of spicy foods every day, so I'm always like, okay, I know I'm gonna drink a lot of water. This is great. And I'm drinking my water because it is spicy, and I realize no one has any drink whatsoever. And I'm looking around and I'm realizing, wait, they've never had a drink. Ever. At lunch. They've never had any type of drink at lunch. Water, anything. At all. And I was like, wait a minute. Am I going crazy? Like, how have they not drank anything every single meal? Especially because some of, like, my work dad, he also has eaten some of the things that are spicy that I think are spicy, and he's like, oh yeah, that's hot. Doesn't drink anything. But I'm the only one drinking water. So, I asked them, I'm like, why haven't you guys ever drank water or anything at all during lunch? And I forgot who told me, but someone said that it was because whenever you're eating, if you're eating and you drink anything at all, but mostly water also. I mean, that's the point of the story. If you're drinking water, it messes up your digestion because the stomach acid that helps break everything down is getting watered down. And so the water makes it take A, longer to digest and harder to digest. So they said that usually the recommended time frame is to drink water at least an hour after you have already eaten. When I learned that, I was like, what? I don't know. I found that really interesting how I went my whole life and I didn't know that. So now I'm always gonna be thinking about it, but I also don't know how to eat food without something to drink. I grew up like that. I don't know. I might start trying it at work though. Will I survive though with the spicy food? I don't know. I don't know. But um yeah, yeah. That was something I really wanted to talk about. I also told my coworkers I'd bring that up because it is interesting and a health fact for everyone to know. I kind of wanted to make something a little more lighthearted today, which, you know what? Yeah. I wanted to make something a little more lighthearted, you know, because it's Friday. It was payday. And I don't care if I'm at 10% battery. Guys, I'm always at low battery and I swear I'm always charging it. But my battery life is great. I just go like a couple days without charging anything. Anyways, okay. Kind of looks like I'm telling scary stories with just that on. So we're putting on the light. Today we're gonna be today we're gonna be answering the debatable surface level questions, like is soup a cereal? It is. Soup is a cereal. Soup, by definition, is anything that contains a liquid with solid pieces, grains, whatever, inside of the soup, and you eat the soup with a spoon. And whenever people think about soups, they're like, oh, but it's not hot, cereal's not hot. There are many soups, especially like cultural soups, that aren't hot, that people do eat cold, or it just doesn't always have to be hot. So, cereal is soup. Another one. Wait, this one's really interesting. What color is nothing? White. Black is a combination of all colors, while white is the absence of color, but white is a color. This is a color. Like when you're thinking about like how many options you have in your closet, you're like, "Oh, the color I have the most is white or black, whatever." So it's like, but then they write black to see color, you need light. If there's no light, then there's no color and just darkness, which is black. But black is also a color. It I don't like that question. No, I do, cuz they are colors. There is no color that is nothing. All colors represent something. It's just our definitions of colors represent like our symbolism for those colors mean different things, but there is no color that is nothing. That is my final answer for that one. Here's a funny one. Are boneless chicken wings just chicken nuggets in disguise? Yeah, they're just bigger. That's literally, because chicken nuggets, that's literally all it is meat. boneless chicken wings are the same thing, no? I don't know. I guess the difference could be in what part of the body of the chicken is used for chicken nuggets. I guess that's the differentiating factor. It could be, though. I'm not saying it is. So, somebody look that up and please write it in the comments because I don't know. Another one is everything debatable? Is everything debatable? Well, if you think about everything has at least two sides. Anyone can argue from one perspective or the other. So if I mean, even this question is debatable. Or is the sky blue? Someone who's actually never mind. Or like it's just even the most simplest of things. Everyone argues. Is the Earth flat? No, it's not. Um, but then if you think about the no perspective, in order to debate something, you usually need evidence. But not everything in this world has evidence. At least concrete evidence that people like to know is real because they can see it with their own eyes. That was a hard one. Everything can be debatable if it doesn't have to involve. No, everything has to involve facts somehow. Or at least something to back it up with. Yeah, that one caught me at a loss. Next, let's see. Actually, we're gonna shout out my dad because without context, he's been giving me facts that are usually unknown to people. It's just supposed to be like funny filler, right? And two of them that were interesting is, did you know that tomato is a fruit, but a strawberry is not? Or a berry, whatever, one of those two. That I was like, literally says berry in the name. And then the second one that he told me, another one, was like, did you know that giraffes have the same number of bones humans do in their neck? What? That has to be. There's no. I haven't looked it up, and I probably won't look it up. But if that's true, that's crazy. Okay. And I said we were gonna keep it surface level, but this one is kind of funny because I actually think about this all the time. Do you have free will? I don't know. Because I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to rant about this one for a minute. I feel like, let's see what happens. Actually, oh well. I feel like, in theory, yeah, we have free will. But then, if you factor in the people who believe in religion, the people who, if you factor in religion, oh my god, there's people walking by and they're totally looking at me, but it's okay. If you factor in religion, the government, and rules in general, I feel like no, we don't. And destiny or fate or those types of concepts. I feel like free will doesn't exist because When people talk about fate or destiny, people say, oh, this was meant to happen, it was a long time coming, whatnot, I was always meant to meet you, but if, or like, that's an example, or I was always meant to do this. But if someone was always meant to do something, did that person really choose it? Or was their life mapped out by destiny or fate to the point where they didn't actually choose? It was just already, the world already laid it out for them. But then it's also like, this also does not account for the things in life that we have to choose between that we don't know which to choose. And let's say you choose something that's like, let's say you have to choose between going left or right. If you go left, and let's say that's not supposed to be your path, then what? Is fate and destiny kind of like debunked? Or do you get a new path? Or does everyone have 1,000 different little destinies and fates that no matter what we choose, we all somehow end up living one of the lives out of the millions that we could have possibly lived with every single decision that is made? I don't like this. I don't like this. I I always struggle with trying to come to terms with the concepts of destiny, fate, and religion as of late. Because, okay, so then for religion, let's say we're using Christianity, Catholicism. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, they're like God's plan. God didn't want that for you. You know, those types of comments, right? So if this was a plan of somebody else's, not my own, not your own, that's also not free will, because free will indicates that you have the complete autonomy to decide what you want for yourself. But okay, so here is where my mic turns off and I end up giving up on this question. I may just turn my camera around and act like we're on FaceTime, because this is where I end up bringing up how basically the rules and the government stuff also don't make sense. So, we're about to turn this camera around. Hi guys. Toby is joining us for this session. Toby, sorry. Okay, anyways, Toby's on my pillow, guys. He's on my pillow and he's laying his head on my pillow. He's so cute. But anyways, I basically end up talking about how with rules in the government, let's say someone wanted to commit a crime because that's their free will or something. They can't because of the rules, and technically they could. Should they? No, but technically they could, because, you know, they could and then they could go to jail. But because of rules, our free will is restricted. So basically I think I'm going to end off that question with, I think on the day-to-day activities, like if you go buy something, if you choose to do this or that, those things, sure, free will, I guess. Or what you wear, or when you do what, sure, free will. But I think if we're talking about fate, destiny, rules, religion, government, no. think you guys can hear Toby snoring. Oh my good boy. Anyways, because let's just say free will was realistic, I would be on a beach right now. Except I'm going to the beach tomorrow. Well, technically not the beach, but same thing. Honestly though, kind of a little bit better, because in the water, the lake doesn't have thousands of unexplored animals in it because the ocean hasn't been fully explored. And the lake is refreshing, and you're with everyone, and there's so many things by you, and it's just amazing. I'm excited to do that. I'm going with 2 people tomorrow, so that's gonna be so much fun. And then, oh right, the other thing I was gonna talk about was how at work I just started this new project, and I'm basically redesigning the catalog, and I'm working with my coworker, and I love doing this because I love organizing things. I like being creative and just designing things with however my heart desires. And my coworker likes the things I've already A, fixed for typos, and B, redesigned. I'm sorry, Toby, I know you want to be pet. And I also really like it too because my coworker, he helps me learn so much about the software we're using, and it's perfect because I'm going to need to know the software for school and in my major. And it's so funny because I'm like, oh, like, how do I do this exactly? And he's like, oh, there's many ways to do it. Here. Oh, you want to say hi? Hi. He just wanted to readjust. And it's so funny because I'm like, wow, I'm fascinated by everything he teaches me because I'm just like, wow, there's just so many possibilities and options, especially digitally. So I'm just like, oh. And it's really funny too because I have been working on my portfolio for advertising, and a portfolio and a resume are 2 different things because at least for advertising, we have to make a portfolio, but the fun thing about our portfolio is you kind of have to make sure your portfolio gives off your vibe. Like, this screams you. And I love it because the amount of portfolios I've seen, I'm like, wow, that's actually so creative and smart because you're essentially making your own website too. And I started working on mine, and I showed my coworker what I had, and he's like, oh, like, you could also do this and that. And I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. So I love it because he's also helpful, and the things that I need to do for my website / portfolio are also things he's also teaching me how to do. So it's going to be really good knowledge for the future. But oof, I want to stretch. Ow. Right. So, right. There's this really funny thing. I told my coworkers I would talk about this. At work, I have a work family. Yes. I have a work dad, which is the person I work with. I have a work mom, which she didn't come into the office today, which made me so sad, but it's okay, I'll see her next week. And I have 2 work sisters. No, I actually have 3 work sisters now. And I have 2 work aunts who, I'm gonna say they come from my work mom's side of the family, even though they're not related, but for fun. And then the rest of the people who work there, they're like aunts from extended family. Love them, but I'm not as close with them. But love the work family. We were actually talking about how they all look my age, but guess what? They're not. They're older than me, and their face card is just wow. Like, I hope I look like that someday when I'm older, because they were making me guess their ages based on how they look, and then they'd tell me, and I'd like be really surprised. Still don't know my work dad's age because he was messing with me. Now I don't know. But then when I asked them what I looked like, they were like 16. I was like, not bad. For 20? I don't look 20. I will admit that. But I don't know what age I look like, because early on in the school year at my other job, my coworker, he was like, how old are you again? And I'm like, I'm 20. He's like, I swear you look 13. I don't even think I'd be able to work at 13, especially not at this job. I'm like, how do you think I'm working right now? He's like, I don't know, you just look 13. I'm like, okay. But I love both jobs, and I love both people from all of those both jobs. So, yeah. And I also wanted to talk about, I've been trying to catch up as fast as possible with Love Island. Tell me why I cried a little bit when B left Gabe because she was kicked out, dumped from the villa. I don't know why, but that was a sad scene. And then the next episode he was kissing someone else. But listen, the scene itself was very touching. At least, yeah. For those Love Island watchers, you know what I'm talking about. I haven't made it past when Melanie and Corbin are trying to figure out if they want to focus on each other. They're being open about their old connections. That's it. Anyways, irrelevant. But yeah. Sorry for the little change of location and microphone issues. I forgot to charge it, guys. But anyways, since the end of my video ended up working, I'll just show you that. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Yeah, my microphone went out again. So, see you guys next week, and hope you enjoyed. Bye now. For real this time.